everybody, I'm Kelsey, this is the game, and we are playing Dungeons & Dragons here at Outlaw Moon Games D&D. Way to join in.
Hello everyone. How are y'all?
I am good. How about you?
The most natural.
Thank you, cue card person.
That
was very helpful.
Sorry, the teleprompter was moving slowly.
Yeah, the teleprompter. We're high budget. As you can tell.
So, let's go around the table, starting with Kelsey, and tell us who you are. Tell us as much about your character as you want to, and we'll end up with me, and we'll get started.
Can you tell us about all of your thousands of characters?
Oh my god, there's only a lot.
It's only, can't count, moving on.
Then there was the jester who rode a bull around. He was pretty fun.
Hi, I'm Kelsey. Live here in Texas. Most of my life have done so. This is my second D&D campaign ever. This is my first time being a spellcaster ever, so that'll be a fun adventure in and of itself. My character is named Minnie Randir. She's a half-elf cleric, and we'll see what happens
What
from
was
there. Minnie
Minnie.
Randir. Randir is elf for wanderer.
Oh, okay. You're not just a mini reindeer?
I loved that fact about it, which is why I kept it. I wanted to come up with some fantastic middle name to make it better, but I couldn't.
You're
it was
gonna
already
love my
perfect.
name.
Oh,
I'm not
boy.
telling you.
Again.
Great.
Awesome.
I forgot about that.
You got a bunch of us that watched that one.
A
At
theme
least.
for all of your characters never reveals their names.
My
That's
backstory, everybody's characters are playing on something. Everybody's name in my backstory is playing on something.
You're my favorite.
Is that all you?
That's all I'm saying.
That's all you're saying. Okay.
Wait, sum it up again.
I said my name is Minnie Randir. I'm a half-elf cleric.
Okay, that's all you said. All right. Excellent.
Okay, I am Jonathan. This is my first campaign that I've played in. I've watched one all the way through, but I have not actually participated in one. And so this is my first campaign that I'll be in. And my character, human, blue eyes.
You know, that's
And,
my favorite.
Bright blue eyes. As a kind of quick description, name Octavius Ferrarius.
Oh, I should have described physical attributes. Oh well. Moving on.
You can do it.
You it? Hello, my name is Rebecca. This is my second campaign that I've been in. My first one was with Kelsey.
Hey!
It's like
And Brandon and Amber.
I'm playing a Goliath Swashbuckler because even though that's weird, my last character was a half-elf, not a half-elf, a halfling. I forgot what it was called. A halfling, and that's like one of the smallest, so I figured I'd go for the biggest. Do the exact opposite. And also I wanted to be a pirate, so I'm a pirate. My name is Captain Zam. I'm 800,000 feet tall. Don't look at me.
Approximately.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
I can't see anything else.
You can stand inside the footprint easily.
It casts a shadow. It's a shelter.
Yep, I'm a captain, and I crashed my boat, and I don't have a crew, so I'm just kind of living my life, I guess.
I'm Drew, and this is my lots of campaign. I don't. Lots.
I imagine after a small single-digit number, you forget.
Like, yeah,
I
no,
will
it's
never
not a
forget.
small single-digit number. I've played lots of D&D.
I will never forget. Always count.
Yeah, I've actually gotten to the point where I started forgetting characters that I played, and that's sad.
Me too, I got to that point.
All right, Becca. Give everyone their time.
I am playing Maarath, and I'm an Aasimar wizard. Yeah, I'm looking for reference at my phone because I can't remember what I wrote about my own character.
What's an Aasimar?
An Aasimar is a basically like an angel-born human.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're a human with angel wings.
No, I'm an Aasimar.
What? Okay. What
It's
does
like-
that look like?
Do you look like an angel with human wings?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Done.
That one. So I have long blonde hair, yellow bronze skin, clear light brown eyes with soft features, and I was raised basically by the church because I'm considered like a holy being.
Hair toss. What was your name?
Maarath.
That was my stepmom's name.
The first vowel, the first is a long vowel.
I got the line over it.
Appreciate you. I am done.
Hi, my name's
Also,
Amber.
no wings.
Oh, you don't have wings?
Disappointed.
Boring. Anyway, my character's super interesting. She's a human, and she's a ranger.
Ooh.
That's never been done.
Wow. So it's the first time player.
His name is Vehan Denir. Is it?
Huh?
They are very interesting.
What?
They
What?
they Vehan Denir.
I'm gonna make it up.
Yeah, do it.
Vehan.
I'll learn your names. as my
They
character does.
don't like to talk about themselves. They let you make your own judgments. So use your imagination.
You don't have to.
They can be whatever you want them to be.
You done?
Yeah.
I am Brandon Z. I am the dungeon master for this campaign.
How many D&D campaigns have you been in, Brandon?
Oh,
6.
a lot.
7?
I mean, usually 6 at a time.
Yeah.
So
I'm currently in 6. He's currently in 8.
very
Oh, it's cool.
Time to
ridiculous.
start another one.
I keep notes.
I bet.
Oh, what's going on in this one? I don't know.
I don't know. How many
So-
are you playing versus how many are you DMing?
Let's see. I'm playing 1, 2, 3.
I'm curious.
I just like that he's just like,
I have to think about it. 4. I'm playing in 4 and running 1.
Well, if you said you're an 8, that would be 4.
I don't know that it's actually 8. Is it?
Yeah. Because you're in 2 more than me.
Twilight Chorus.
I guess you're in 7. Cause no.
7 or 8. I don't know.
7 or 8.
Great.
It's a lot. I've been playing D&D a long time, and I really enjoy it. And I've run everyone here in a campaign except Jonathan, but he was present for the whole last campaign, the previous campaign, Rusted Heart, which you can still find on the Weirdlings YouTube channel. This is sort of a spin-off because it is also set in the world of Planescape. This is my favorite 2nd edition world setting, and they've been kind of sprinkling in some lore of it, for it in the 5th edition. I am impatient, and I want to just do it. So
So here we are.
we are going to play with what I can either extrapolate from what they peppered in, or from what I can make up using the original stuff. So, also, if you have any questions or comments while we're playing, feel free to comment them, and perhaps I can see them, or someone else can see them, and share them with us in real time.
Whoa.
All right, so we know a little bit, very little bit about your characters. Let me share a little bit with everyone else. Planescape is mostly set in the world, the city of Sigil, which is a sort of ever-looping, almost infinite city that serves as the portal to every other plane of existence. It's the city of doors, and if you've got the right key, you can get anywhere just about any time. Some portals are stationary, some move around, some are consistent, some are not. There is a fearsome being who is the leader, the ruler of the city of doors, and that is the Lady of Pain. She is not to be messed with. You are not even to look at her for fear of death or endless, torturous existence in the mazes. It is a city with many districts and full of life. All the districts have their own sort of flavor. It's also a city run by factions. So you will find that people are very fiercely involved with groups that sort of operate on a current belief system. And some of you will have experience from that in the last campaign. We dabbled in it a little bit. There will probably be more in this campaign, depending on how you play things. So, let me see if this, nope, it did not. So, I cannot access Discord. I would like someone to read to me the note that all these characters, independent of each other, they do not know each other. They got handed a note. Or an invitation.
An invitation, which reads, "Your eyes are damned, for they have never held true and secret wonders of the plains. From distant realities, equally impressive falsities come from magnificent, the mystic, the marvelous, Splendid Crepaxio." Is that correct? Crepaxio?
Splendid Crepaxio.
"For one night only, the greatest student and professor of the bazaar will astound and amaze your every sense with both secrets and lies selected to thrill you. Amusing and educational, this is more than a show. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and you owe it to yourself to be there for it. The show is not for the faint of heart, the weak-willed, so be sure to bring a hearty constitution and a silver for the entry fee. Danger, excitement, beauty, a cash bar, tonight only. Show begins at 2 past dusk at the Dead Actor'as Stage Playhouse."
Now, unless someone wants to do something that they didn't tell me about in Discord, now would be the time to do that because we are approaching the hour of 2 after dusk.
So I'm gonna go talk to my buddy and ask him if he's ever heard of this woman that handed me this note.
I have not. I assume you're going to describe her fully?
Yes.
Okay. I've never seen a woman like that before. That's the way you described her.
Any important funerals happening today?
No. I mean, they're all over. Mostly over at the Dustman faction. But nothing out of the ordinary. Now, any of you that, I assume most of you at least researched where it was in your near vicinity, which is a center of arts and entertainments and plays and performers. And that is in the Clerk's ward. A ward that's often known as a business area. A lot of pencil pushers and clerks and what have you work there. Also, something I sort of forgot to ask, who here has been here a short time and who here has been a long time?
Itsy bitsy.
I think most of you have been here
Briefly.
a brief amount of time.
I'm from here.
You are from.
Very short.
I am established.
I
have
thought you were
a
going to say I am a
home.
stabber.
I so wanted to do that, but I was like, I don't know enough
I
things.
was-
There's going to be a lot of, do I know this?
Yeah.
Yes, you know. No, you don't know that.
I don't know anything.
So most of you are newcomers. You ask around and you find out the Dead Actor'as Stage and Playhouse is close to the Civic Fest Hall. And you are not very far from that area.
Are we all presuming we're in the Clerk's ward?
Yeah.
I'm going.
And
I'll
you
let you guys.
maybe you don't, that you were invited because you were in the near vicinity. Some of you assumed that other people were being invited, but you did not see as such. For those of you at home, all of them were approached by a beautiful woman with an invitation.
Did
That
not
read
give us a name.
exactly this. Did not give a name, didn't have much to say.
Didn't have much to look at.
Jeez, what a rude way
Right,
to
ouch.
talk about her.
I thought she was very lovely.
No, because she's blind.
Oh, right.
What?
What?
So, I assume you are going to this place?
I'm going to try to
Yep.
get there basically, like, first entry in, I guess, if there's...
Early.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna look at the.
There is a crowd of people everywhere. I mean, the district is usually busy in the early evening anyways, but this particular area seems to be a little bit more hectic. It does seem that other people were invited. You see all kinds of people, all races, all classes. You see rich, you see poor, you see human, you see elven, dwarf, you see tiefling, you see a little bit of everyone. And they're all shuffling in. However, there's an Aasimar first at the ticket window, because I've been waiting patiently. A large orcish, you're not even 100% sure it's orcish, just really big face, greenish looking fellow is in the ticket window. Would you like a ticket to the show?
I would. And I hand us over.
Excellent.
Have a silver.
Here you go. Enjoy the presentation. Now, everyone else.
So I have headed over there, and just amidst the throng, I'm going to ask a group of people near me, if it looks like there's a group of, like a family or a group of friends or whatever, a group of people near me, I'm going to ask them if they've ever been to something here before, to one of these before, or production type thing here before, event here.
Sure. You see in the crowd of people heading to the theater a couple, an older couple who seem like they enjoy performances. They are well dressed and very stately about their manners.
Hashtag goals.
Yes. Who I want to be. They see you approach and they say, "Why, yes, we see performances here all the time. It is a very nice center of culture in a city that can sometimes be a disastrous, uncultured wreck."
Is it typically like an audience participant type of show?
Well, mostly we see plays here. That's what they're
Okay.
well known for. It's one of the oldest performance houses in the city, or so the legend says. No one really knows how old it's been, how old the building is, but the fact that it exists separate from the Civic Fest Hall is pretty impressive.
Is it considered one of the oldest buildings in Sigil? Potentially?
No one really knows the history of most buildings in Sigil, but it is outlasted the memories of even some of the oldest elves.
Interesting. Can I sit by y'all? Or
Well,
stand by y'all?
you're welcome to try. I think it's like first come, first served seating.
Well, great. Let's stand in line together.
Let's do that, I guess. They're a little weirded out. 20 years on you.
Oh.
So you're still one of them weird youthful types. Into the kinky things.
Alright, I want to walk up to the building and I look around and I want to like kind of grab the nearest person by the shoulder and say, "Hey, is this where the magic show's at?
What?
There's a magician. I got this paper." I pull it out and I show it to him.
Yeah.
It's a magic
Show
show.
it
Is this
at
where it
him.
is?
This is the Dead Actor'as Stage. Please, unhand me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
I just wanted to get your attention. It's so hard to get people's attention.
You notice they wet their pantaloons.
Because you're a Goliath.
Are you okay, man? You don't look.
I might have to
You're great.
skip the show.
Oh, that's not good. What happened?
You?
Oh, what did I do? Can I make it up to you?
Maybe a new pair of pants?
I love that she's
Uh,
looking down.
I'm in character.
I love it.
I've only got the one, and they're a little big on you.
That's fine. That's fine. Maybe I'll just tie my coat around like.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I guess I'll leave you alone. Thanks for the help.
Bye.
You're very welcome. Please don't sit in front of me.
I'll try not to. Thanks. I'm gonna go up to the building. Tickety ticket.
You have a silver, I assume.
That was me slamming it on the table.
You're like eye to eye with this large being. A fellow advocate of the arts.
Oh yeah, I love magic.
There's a ticket. There you go.
Thanks.
Was it presumed that I bought a ticket?
Yes.
Okay, great. Just checking.
So, I'm gonna get inside. Here's what I want to do. I want to get like a front row seat. If there's like a front row of something, that I can do that. And I want to cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
I want to sit in the front row too.
It takes like 1 minute.
What's the area on that?
I'm not aware.
What's the what?
What's the area of effect on that?
The halfling is like,
It is 30 feet in a range around, but so it's a 30 feet.
It's a pretty large stage, so.
That's fine. If I can't detect the whole thing, that's fine. But I kind of want to get to the front of the stage, cast Detect Magic. It lasts 10 minutes, so I'm not expecting a whole lot. But I just kind of want to. This is a very odd invitation, and so I'm trying to figure out what's going on,
Being
and
wary.
taking notes.
There's an orchestra
notebook.
pit in front of you, and then a very large stage. You sense no magic in your near vicinity. Maybe like little buzzes of magic behind you as people start to fill in, but nothing that would stand out to me for what I'm doing. Yes. I mean, just walking through any crowd in Sigil, you're going to have the same amount of like, oh, that person's
Little like white noise magic.
a sorcerer. Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna filter in with the crowd. I'm taking care beforehand to conceal my weapons. I'm gonna put my bow across my back under my cloak.
There's no one checking for weapons. You
It doesn't
can't help
matter.
but notice. That's fine. But you do notice that no one even thinks about asking. In fact, it seems pretty, besides attendees, barely staffed. There's
You said barely or fairly?
barely. There's like bare minimum, the ticket guy, and usher, and no one else.
Usher's there.
just the one.
Not.
I came to see a magic show, not a concert.
Oh no.
I'm also gonna try and get as close to the front as possible, but I'm not gonna make a scene to get past anybody.
Okay.
I am in a tizzy, and I'm hanging back. And I want to be towards the end for people to get in. People
Okay.
getting in.
Hanging back, observing.
Yep.
Are you concealing anything, or are you like just out in the open?
I'm trying to hang more towards the shadows for sure. Still, covered in kind of like my black, kind of like drapes and everything.
Okay. So you're pretty cloaked.
Pretty cloaked,
Alright.
yeah.
Got it.
I'm also gonna keep an eye out for anybody, for the woman or anybody dressed similarly.
No sign of the woman anywhere, or anyone dressed like the woman.
I'm definitely striking up a conversation with the elderly couple about their kids and how long they've lived here.
What a nice lady. What a nice girl. Yeah, they are talking to you about their life in Sigil and what they do, and mostly like he is a record keeper. She stays at home crafting. It's very lovely, very nice.
We're having a great chat.
There's a lot to talk about. The place fills in.
I just want to know, like, if I'm sitting, did I get a seat in the front?
Yeah, are
Or-
there
Where did you
chairs,
want us?
or are
I
we
wanted to
standing?
sit in the front.
You wanted to sit in the front.
I just want to say that
God, I hate
if
that.
somebody is complaining about how big I am and they can't see me, I will offer to switch. I will offer to switch with them, and I'll just keep doing that until I get to the back.
That is exactly what happens. Every time you sit down, the person right behind you goes, "Are you kidding me? Come on, why me?" And you just make your way.
It's like, I'm so sorry. Here, let's switch. I didn't mean to. I didn't realize.
Eventually,
Excuse me, pardon me.
about halfway through, they eventually just keep going.
Not at the back
I'm
yet.
just kind of like climbing over seats. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I almost fell there.
Crushing hats and things along the way.
Oh, I'll repay you. I don't have any money.
Uncouth.
I'm so sorry.
Do I notice this?
Are you also armed?
I mean,
Yes.
so you all
Just your sword.
notice
Oh, I didn't mean back to hit you in the head.
this Goliath pirate very awkwardly traversing the middle of these seats.
I'm gonna watch like over my shoulder, and a very like, what's going on back there kind of.
Like, oh, that's a very nice shawl, miss. Oh, I'm so
gonna
sorry.
shake my head. Barmy.
If it wasn't said already, I do want to get in. I just want to be like way in the back.
Yeah.
Eventually, I'll sit right down next to you.
Right,
Way in the
exactly.
back.
Eventually.
All right, I think I'm good here.
You in the back corner or back?
Back corner.
Okay.
Yep.
Very back.
Yep.
Yeah. The lights come down, and there's darkness in the theater. There's a giant burst of light and smoke on the stage. You see a man in a fine black, long-tailed tuxedo-type garment. Very whimsical tie. Hair slicked back with a peculiar upturn on one side.
On one side,
On one side. Like it seems like you really tried hard to get that look right. It doesn't
And you
stay
didn't.
down. A long mustache, very fancifully waxed. And he's looking down the stage for an uncomfortable amount of time. It's silent in there. You can hear someone cough in the back.
Hear me clapping.
The clapping continues and like sort of like ripples throughout the crowd very awkwardly.
Sitting straight from the
I
back.
do not.
I'm so excited. I sit back down. This is so great.
You see the man lift his face. I welcome you all to my performance.
Thanks.
You get people looking at you, giving you a dirty look.
Oops.
I move away from her.
Oh. I'm so sorry.
I am Splendid Crepaxio! And he disappears.
I don't clap.
Everyone's
I'm
kind
looking around to see if anybody else is clapping.
no one's clapping, they're all just kind of looking around at each other.
have you seen one of Splendid's shows before?
I've never heard of him until we got that invitation. And there's an explosion in the back of the theater. And at the door, you see Splendid closing it. It says, "Welcome, everyone. I am glad you've accepted my invitation and parted with hard-earned money to see whimsy and delights that you've never imagined. I see a lot of you are townies. Some of you, like myself, are from other worlds, other planes. I hope to dazzle you all with something I like to call magic.
Woo!
Now, there you see amongst the crowd, and maybe even amongst yourselves, a couple looks like magic using types kind of looking at each other like, what? For real?
I actively roll my eyes.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of that. Not a lot of it, but some of it scattered about. For my first performance, I will need assistance. Your turn will come, large one.
Awesome!
Silence!
Sorry.
From the backstage appears a beautiful, ebony skinned woman with a perfectly glistening white suit. Not a single flaw, not a speck of dirt, perfectly pressed. Her hair is a vibrant shock of every color. She strikes quite a tone as she emerges from the stage. Crepaxio approaches the front. Ladies and gentlemen, my assistant, Silence.
Silence? I couldn't know if you said Silas.
Silence. Prepare
That's funny.
to be amazed. Silence, please lie down on the table. And all of a sudden, there's a table there that you did not notice before. She lies down with great poise and grace. Crepaxio says, imagine, if you will, if man could fly. He kicks the table out from underneath her, and she's just hovering there. There is a lot of excitement in the crowd. However, anyone that has any kind of experience with magic is kind of
It's a courtesy clap.
unimpressed. How are you all responding?
I'm
Courtesy
into it.
clap.
Courtesy clap. The captain's quite impressed.
I have no actual interest in the show. I'm just like constantly scanning the crowd and like watching these two performers. Not necessarily their act, but more for mannerisms, tricks, weapons.
They seem very, very well practiced in their performance.
Does he have any kind of magic focus or component pouches that I can see?
You see a nice jewel in the center of the bow, but you can't really tell if that's even a real jewel or just fancy costume jewelry, or even if that matters.
I am scanning as well, but I am not scanning the stage, I'm scanning the crowd. Anyone paying any sort of attention to me?
No.
I wave when he looks at me.
The dark shadowed figure in the back is not getting much attention.
Yeah,
compared
the
to
one
the-
that I moved
So-
away from.
Are you wearing like all black?
Yeah, all black.
So do I notice this man wearing all black, like the woman from before?
No. You were pretty much up front and early on. And you're looking at the crowd, and I guess you might take notice of him, but it doesn't seem like the same kind of thing.
Then
There's
I immediately distance him.
much more fanciful and well
Not very
dressed.
nice.
No.
I'm just enjoying the show.
Silence brings one foot down to the ground, and then a second down to the ground, so that all of the bottoms of her feet are touching the ground, but she's still laying back in perfect, like, straight as a board. And she just, with effortlessly, lifts herself so she's standing up.
Wow.
She turns around and bows. He bows as well.
Courtesy clap.
There's applause throughout the crowd.
I'm standing.
And she departs to the back of the stage.
Does she exit or is she still visible?
She goes behind the group. Now I noticed some of you not as impressed as maybe you should have been. I suspect that there are some of you gifted with talents. It's a great big plane. And it's one of many, many great big planes of existence. Who here is talented in the use of magic?
Oh, not me at all! I'm yelling.
I've
I
clocked
look,
this big
I look around. I don't raise my hand. I just look around to see like who all is raising their hands.
You see a few people
Standing up.
like raising their hand or kind of like me.
Yeah, I'm doing one of the like, oh, I don't know, maybe, I don't know.
You are one of them?
Yeah, me, I guess, I don't know.
How's the couple react?
They're like, she seemed like such a nice girl.
Y'all had
Would
no
they not like
idea.
Well, perhaps one of you would join me on stage. I'll need a volunteer.
Oh,
Oh, shoot!
A braggart, the man who like boisterously threw his hand up there and, you know, kind of like laughing at this performance. Vigorously shaking his arm in the air. Yes, enthusiastic one. Come on up, please. Join me on stage. Here's your chance to shine. The man approaches the stage, well dressed, a little bit gaudy and tackily, or adorned with various jewelry. Shaved head with tattoos on the side. No recognizable markings, but you assume maybe something arcane. Says, "My name's Splendid." Covers his mouth as no one really wants to hear it. But you say you are talented in the arts of magic. Could you perhaps show us something you know? Something that will not cause property damage, please. The man gestures and says some incantations, and he creates a burst of light, shimmering light. This is something for the entertainment. He's like, nope, don't give me any jazz. Just zip it. Impressive, very impressive. Very impressive. Not that impressive.
Sit down.
Loud,
that?
large one in the back.
Just talking about me.
Pixie! Another young woman approaches from the back. She is surprisingly plain looking. Like perfect bowl cut hair, but cute.
That's, I was like, I've never seen that.
Fifth element?
It's called a pixie cut.
Okay, but that wasn't like perfect. Anyway, yeah, yes.
She's wearing light, airy clothing, various colors, but nothing too vibrant like you saw with Silence's hair. Muted pastels. Very slight and slender frame. And she comes up. Splendid. Takes her hand. And with some insane strength, whips her around in a circle. She just becomes airborne, like he's soaring her around. And he throws her out over the crowd, and she just explodes in a burst of what looks to be glitter shimmering down, but like evaporating before it like lands on the crowd.
Whoa!
The crowd is very excited.
I give like a more sincere applause. I don't go crazy or anything. I'm just like, okay.
Mine's much more reluctant than it was before.
Reluctant.
Yeah, much more reluctant applause than it was before.
The man he called up on stage to basically humiliate sheepishly leaves. Splendid says, let's let's go out with the crowd. Let's tell me about yourselves. I couldn't help but notice right here in the very front a very polite clapper. Very beautiful eyes. Tell us about you.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
You're shy. I understand. That's understandable. It's a big crowd. They were here for wonderments, and maybe that's a little bit too much pressure. Well, I hope we get you out of that shell.
So if he starts to look my direction,
He's heading your direction.
I'm gonna duck behind the person in the crowd, and
You're up front.
I'm not.
You were up front.
I said I'm gonna get as close as possible,
That's
but I
up front.
came later.
Okay, fine. You're second round.
Well, I'm going to duck away, and he's not gonna notice me.
You've decided.
Awesome. I've got another group that doesn't want to do anything. Awesome.
I'm standing in the back.
Well, let me make my way around to the back.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Large, loud person. Tell us
Hi.
about you a little bit.
I am gonna stand up and I'm gonna put my foot on the chair in front of me, and I'm posing like I am Captain Zam,
Captain Zam, everyone.
Captain of the Dawn.
The Dawn. Is that your ship?
Yes, yes, it is. It's broken, but
Like your car.
eventually it will be back on the water.
Is it in the city?
Yep. It crashed.
Wow. Is it in pieces?
Yep.
All right. A good captain.
I was asleep.
Wonder where your backstory came from.
An excellent captain.
I didn't actually make that connection.
How could you
I
not?
was thinking about it, okay?
Walking back around, he spots you, shakes his head and continues back to the front. I'd like everyone to make a perception roll.
I don't notice anything at all.
11.
With my 8.
I also got an 11.
What did you get?
7.
Everything seems fine. Y'all are excited to do a show.
Here we go again, huh? What did you get, Jonathan?
Let's see. I got a 4.
You
So
did.
not good. Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
All right, so
4
you all
plus doesn't matter.
somewhat enthralled, interested in the show.
Somewhat in
More
Anyone?
interested in getting out of eyesight.
Getting out of eyesight? Yeah. So, anyone want to do anything?
I'm gonna sit back down.
Sit back down.
I will.
I love it when notes are passed.
I'm also gonna pass.
I'll pass you a note.
Okay.
Okay.
Out
Noted.
out of curiosity, I want to, since I'm already in the back, kind of sneak to the door that I came in and see if it's locked.
It's not.
Okay.
It's open. Well, it's not. It's closed. But
Yeah,
it
I just
can
want
be
to.
open,
I
yeah.
was curious to see if they had locked.
He did not lock it.
Okay.
When you do that, you are stealthy as can be.
Okay.
Completely unobserved. Oh, no one wants to do anything. They just want to hand me goddamn notes.
We're secretive.
Okay.
We just haven't reached an occasion where my character would, right, she would just be watching the show at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, less notes will happen once we know who each other are better.
Or once we're in a less, like, welcome to the show type of environment where you're supposed to not do anything.
Perform. That's fair. All right. Tiger! Tiger! A woman with black hair, black suit with lots of vibrant orange trimming and jewels, shocking orange. And
David has pumpkins?
No, anti-David S. Pumpkin. She has the same color orange, like striping along the side of her face. She emerges from the back now. Takes a bow, very stately looking bow. You notice that all the women kind of like interact with the crowd differently. They have different bows, curtsies, what have you. Everyone you've seen is sort of like had a different air about them. However, all performers. Tiger is from a far-off land. She likes animals. She appreciates the kingdom, correction, the kingdoms of animals. For many planes have different worlds, different animals. Allow me to show you. He produces a hat off the top of his head. He was not wearing a hat on his head before. And it is a very stovepipe, tall hat. Produces it with a little bit of flair. Tiger, if you will, produce the cravat.
The what?
Ooh, crabbit?
Cravat. She reaches into the hat and pulls out what appears to be a common rabbit with large claws.
Whoa! I wonder what it would taste like.
One of you feels a little bit uncomfortable with this. Well, it's delicious, he says, by the way. But we are not here to dine. We are here to entertain.
Oh,
Please place the cravat back.
don't
That was
wasn't me.
bad decisions on my part there. All right.
You sat next to me an entire campaign. I wiggle.
Please place the cravat back into its home dimension, if you will, Tiger.
When he
Yes.
says that, I'm gonna cast Detect Portal.
That is an interesting spell. Would you have to do anything for that? Why don't you explain to us at home how you're doing that, and not necessarily the group, if you're willing to.
As soon as you said it, I knew how you did it, but
Let me pull it up, make sure I'm doing it right. So, as an action, detect the distance of and direction to any planar portal within 1,000 feet of you. You also sense which plane of existence each portal leads to. However, if magic obscures any detail of a portal, this feature doesn't reveal them.
So there is a numbing number of portals within 1,000 feet of you.
Yes, but I'm
You
focusing
do
in closest.
are easily able to tell that the bottom of that hat, or the top of it, is a portal.
Do I know what planar existence?
It seems to be open to whatever.
I make a note of this.
I make a note of this.
Tiger reaches back into the hat, and Splendid says, "No, Tiger. They're not prepared for this. They can't." She smiles and pulls out a three-headed dragon. Just explodes out of the hat and roosts on the stage.
Describe the
How
size
big?
of this
Yes,
dragon.
how big?
It's gigantic. It is easily, 30 feet tall, with its head at full extent.
stand up and stumble backwards.
It's a little bit intense. It's right up there in your face.
So, what I wrote on my note
Mm-hmm.
is gonna dissolve.
Okay.
I'm going to pull out my bow and duck behind the third row.
Also working her way back. Their way back.
I just, whoa, and I fell backwards and my head hits the wall, and I'm in the back.
Yeah, I definitely try to back up from this.
You hear gasps and screams from the crowd. Everyone's
Yeah.
very alarmed.
Yeah.
Most have not ever seen a dragon, let alone
What colors?
three-headed.
What color?
It is a golden color.
Like a big Godzilla.
I've got references. I use them. I forgot everyone knows who that is now. Anyways, with like a fluid gesture, she pushes the dragon back into the hat. The hat is fine. It is not torn up or anything.
How long are we into this show?
A few minutes, 20 minutes or so.
Okay.
Not the showstopper,
No.
says the old man beside you. I'm a little worried now.
I'm not sure I want to stay for the whole thing. I say to said old man.
I go back to my seat.
I feel like
Make notes.
I'm getting my money's worth.
That right there was definitely worth silver.
Yeah, I say so. I warned that they were not ready, but you all proved me wrong. You responded with the proper amount of fear and awe, but you're here to enjoy the rest of the show. Now I request the presence of the Duchess, a woman in black. What?
Go ahead.
Not Archer.
Not yeah.
Or his mom's dog. A woman in black clothing and black veil approaches. She does not bow. She does not really even acknowledge the existence of the crowd. She just comes out, as is her role. She brings out a box, a long box on a rolling table. Duchess, if you will. Hailing from a dark dimension, the Duchess of Death laughs in the face of her namesake. She cares not about pain or danger. She is pain and danger. As she slips into it almost very nonchalantly, almost a little bit bored, slams the top of the box down. Her head is sticking out of the top. Her feet are sticking out of the bottom. He pulls out, and you did not spot a weapon before, a saw from nowhere. My friends, please excuse the graphic nature of this aspect of the performance. I don't wish to startle you, but if you are of weak constitution, you probably should look away. It starts buzzing right through the box, and just blood is pouring out of the bottom of the box. It's soaking the box.
Is she making any kind of...
Noises?
She screams.
I look at her. I am not.
If she screams that moment, I'm going to try to leap onto the stage at that point
I'm saying...
and run to her.
I'm shrinking in my chair. My hands are shaking. I don't like this.
She's back. It's part of the show. It's just a performance. Tell them you're all right. She cries out in pain.
I have an arrow notch.
I'm gonna
pointing
keep
it
going
at his
toward
hand.
her.
I relinquish. He throws the saw down. Please, brave. So you're on the stage. You're on the stage. You are charging the stage.
No.
You're
I'm
what are you
shrinking
doing?
back into my seat.
Oh, you're freaked out. Everyone else staying put.
Yeah, just staying put. Like what?
I have definitely inched forward, so I'm like front row. I'm not on the stage, but I'm like I've migrated towards the front.
You've left the seat and moved up.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Horror on my face.
Says, please, check her. There's a saw sticking in the box, and she's like, oh, moaning, and just blood everywhere. The stage is slick with it.
So
Does
I'm gonna get to her. My hand is going to glow with like a warm yellow light, and I'm going to try to heal her.
You can't access her.
I can't.
She's in a box. You get her head. And
Yeah,
her
if
feet.
I can touch her head, I can heal her.
Okay, wait, are you going for her head or feet?
Head.
Okay.
Oh, why does that make a difference?
Maybe you'll find out.
I know.
You touch her head, and she says, "What are you doing?"
Trying to help.
Always one of these. The box flies open, the saw pops out, she gets out just fine. No marks, no nothing, clothes perfectly intact.
I just put my arrow away and go sit down back in the seat.
I turned bright red.
She looks at the crowd, does a gesture that you don't know what it means, but you assume it's rude because she does it very rudely, and walks off. My friend from before, hello.
Hi.
A pleasure to meet your acquaintance again. Tell us your name. And you hear the bald guy in front of the stage go, "Hey." Be not afraid. It's time to. We know that you're made of stern stuff. Please share with us. Tell us your name.
Maarath.
Maarath. Beautiful name. I see that you were concerned about the Duchess.
Yes.
That's understandable. It is a very graphic depiction, and very brave people always rush the stage at this point, so I was not terribly surprised. But the Duchess and I have mastery over death itself. We fear not. What do they call it here? The Dead Book? Yes, the Dead Book. Not worried about that. Our name stays off of it, for we control our fate.
So I'm gonna be kind of making my way back to my seat. I'm like, are people kind of murmuring at this?
There's a lot of murmuring. There's
That's
a lot
kind of what
talking.
okay, cool. So kind of under the cover of murmuring, I'm just gonna kind of whisper to myself, and I'm gonna cast Detect Evil and Good.
Okay, tell us what that does.
So it's 10 minutes long, and for the duration, I know if there is an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of me, as well as where the creature is located. Similarly, I know if there is a place or object within 30 feet of you that has been magically consecrated or desecrated.
Well, you're well out of 30 feet from the stage.
I had migrated to the second row.
Even the front row is over 30 feet from.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind. I don't cast that because I would have known that for sure.
You can cast it while you're up close still before you migrate back.
Okay.
And you think you would at least get the stage presence.
Okay, yeah.
Do you turn up as celestial?
I would imagine I'm part celestial, but I'm also born of human, so.
You get a buzz of celestial from the stage.
And that's it of all the things that I could have detected.
Of all those things you could have detected, that's what you detect.
Okay.
But that's from the stage up.
Right, and it's not even fully,
Yeah, not even
full on Celeste.
yeah. A buzz of celestial.
Well,
A light hum.
I think I'm just sitting in my chair with my hands like this.
How do you
A
feel about
lot
this?
less excited.
More alarmed.
I'm just very subdued. I'm not enjoying myself anymore.
Interesting. I've put you all on edge. I've alarmed you.
Am I still on stage?
I was just going to say, guides you back to the stairs on the side. Feel free, if you need to interject in the future, please do so.
I'm okay, thanks.
Thanks, I'm good.
Appreciate your help.
I'm gonna clock where you sit down.
You did notice each other, hop up there.
I'll give you a nod.
Both of you give me a perception roll. You two noticed her approach.
Yep.
So 17 plus 5.
You noticed she approached the front as well.
0.
0.
Natural 1.
You are
-1.
so embarrassed by that whole display.
I'm a little nauseated,
What? So I don't stage. As you leave the stage, you notice the blood is gone.
I don't notice that.
You don't
I
notice,
tried to give you a little bit of credit.
Nope, don't notice anything.
you don't notice anything ever again.
Did I see where the blood, did it like seep away? Did it just suddenly vanish?
As so much was going on, it disappeared. Caress.
I'm a little flush right now, actually.
A little hot. Caress. Enchanting vision, please. A woman in a bright blue gown with a matching blue scarf tied over her eyes walks
I'm in love with her.
gallantly from the back
I'm paying more attention now.
with poise and grace. She has a very large box standing up, almost looks coffin-like. It is decorated with bright red symbols, and it is oranges and just like colors of fire.
Do
throughout
I
the box.
know any of these symbols?
You don't. They're actually very unfamiliar.
Okay.
You've never seen anything like them. Any of you who have even any arcane knowledge do not recognize these symbols.
Even like, I believe you.
You just nothing on it.
I know a few weird languages.
You do. This one, you're just not even getting it. You're not even sure if it is like some kind of language or just
Nonsense.
Art.
symbols. Yeah, abstract images. Cress brings with her a rare item. We've traveled far to bring this back to entertain you with. This we call the Tomb of the Dark Suns. He opens the doors, swings it around so you can see that there's a back and it's solid and there's nothing in there. Caress, if you will. You notice that she walks perfectly towards the box, doesn't make any move to like kind of guide herself with her hands. It's as if she can see it perfectly, however she is blindfolded. Gently closes the door after her, turns it around, taps on it. One for the sun of pain, two for the sun of worry. And he opens the door and there's no one in there. She is gone, but where could she be? Could she be in the world of the Dark Suns? Is she backstage just waiting to come back out? Who knows? But she will return shortly. Closes the door, pushes the box backstage. Intermission. You've all grown so quiet. I'd like to talk to one of you. Who wants to come up on stage and talk to me? I know Maarath does not.
Maarath passes out. No,
What was
thanks.
the name of the first one? You know?
Silence.
Silence.
No takers.
I will stand up. And I will quietly make my way towards the stage.
The other brave interloper. Please come on stage. We'll talk. Please tell these fine folks, what is your name?
I'm gonna do a quick glance out into the crowd. Do I see any familiar faces?
Just the ones you've seen here tonight. You don't know of anyone that is at this performance.
Okay.
You don't know any famous faces or anyone you just know.
None of your neighbors.
Yeah.
You may call me V.
V. Mysterious. Very mysterious. V, we'd like to know a little about you. You're armed to the teeth, it seems, and that's okay. That's fine. I promise you there's no danger awaiting. This is a performance of joy and relief and excitement, thrills and scares, but everyone will go home safe and sound.
Okay.
Do you feel reassured?
Sure.
Quite the performer. Please have a seat, B.
V will walk back down towards her seat.
Are you all ready for a scare? I know it was so soon since the last one. The crowd nervously buzzes. I say it again. Are you ready for a scare?
Yep.
Well, I'm afraid that's what's coming. I introduce you to the Lion Tamer. A woman dressed in a red coat and black
women.
pants.
Magician's assistants.
Long blonde hair flowing. She carries a whip. She approaches and has a very similar flourish about her. Showman presents herself, bows to Splendid, and takes her place at the stage. The Lion Tamer brought a friend with her tonight. Now this creature is fearsome and dangerous, but I assure you again, she has him perfectly trained and under her very control. You will see tricks and amusements. You'll maybe even laugh. Just hold your initial fear for the owlbear. And from the stage, you see this giant owlbear, bigger than a usual one. For those of you that have seen an owlbear, for those of you that haven't, it's basically a cross between a bear and an owl. A large, feathered, monstrous beast that is very dangerous. Comes out riding a ball.
So,
Naturally.
he will slip one of his daggers out of his boot,
Okay.
but it will stay concealed under his cloak.
Okay. The owlbear is moving about as gracefully as a giant beast balancing on a large ball can. But is doing a pretty good job. The Lion Tamer whips the air, never the beast, and starts doing tricks. Juggling with large wings, juggling balls. The crowd is laughing and eating this up. Very funny stuff. She's making it perform, taking the edge off.
Do I sense any distress from the animal?
How would you do that? How would you sense distress?
So, whenever she whips the air, I'm watching the animal for any kind of like instinctual flinching or any kind of like fear towards the woman.
Not fear, but definite obedience. Anyone that has any kind of understanding of animals at all sees this creature is either just incredibly trained or
Entranced.
of unusual intelligence.
Mm.
Like, if you see like a flea circus, that's like, whoa, how does that happen? This thing is perfectly trained so that it performs very well. It does not look like it gets hurt or anything like that. The plumage of the owlbear is in perfect place. Not a single feather out, like moved or disturbed. No marks, no signs of pain or anything. Just knows its role. And its role is to dance. Yeah. The bear dances off the stage, and the lion tamer bows to larger applaud. Still a little bit of nervousness in the crowd, but people seem to have calmed down a little bit. I'm going to need Dragon! A beautiful woman from a faraway land. Her hair, her black hair is pinned up in intricate knot. Almost as if like an architectural design weaves in and out, and has an incredible sort of amount of work put into it. She's wearing a silky green gown, kimono-like for anyone that has traveled far away. And she comes out with perfect poise and grace, small steps, bows to the crowd, and approaches Splendid. Dragon, shall we? They place their hands together. They bring them around in a wide arc, basically throwing into the crowd a huge burst of flame. Right over the crowd, everyone screams and freaks out. Everyone kind of shirks in their seats. And what is your response to this?
I'm just kind of looking at it.
I mean, I definitely flinch from the flames overhead.
Yeah, you feel the heat of it. It's very hot. It doesn't burn you because it's kept over your head, but it is an intense amount of flame.
I make like a personal resolve not to flinch.
Give me a Constitution check. You kind of wince a little, but you don't block or anything like that.
I lean over to the couple that I've been standing next to,
Sure.
chatting with, and go, "That's the lady who gave me my invitation. Do you recognize any of these other ladies?"
We got our invitation in the mail.
Well, that's nice.
They hand-delivered that to you? What did you say to her?
I didn't say anything. She didn't say anything. She just walked up in the crowd and gave it to me.
When?
Not 4 hours ago.
Well, we got our invitation like a week ago.
So, I live here. Did I get an invitation in
Did you-
the mail?
You did not.
Well, oh, maybe it's just because I'm not from around here. Maybe they're just giving it to tourists.
That could be.
I mean, it worked. I'm here.
You are enjoying the show?
So far, sort of.
Sort of?
About as much as you, I'd say.
I like the southern accent.
Affected. It's very scary.
Yeah, but you know, as long as they know what they're doing, I suppose it's all right.
They did promise thrills.
Well, I'm definitely thrilled.
Well, let's see what they...
Really, yours came in the mail.
How many women can he have backstage?
I don't really know how big backstage is.
Nor do we. We just see performances here. We've never toured.
I've never been cast in one.
The Adventures of Old Couple and Nice Lady.
Have you like told them your name at all?
No, I mean, I assume that did happen during our like chit chat ahead of, because I was asking them about their kids and their family and their house and whatever what they do for a
All
living.
very one-sided.
Yes, I assume that it all came up.
They're asking questions about you as well. Oh, they asked questions
Yes,
about you as well.
I guess I assumed it was like a
Did you share
conversation. Yes, I told them
relevant
my
info?
name.
All right. More relevant info or just
I mean, it depends on what questions they ask.
similar questions?
What's your
Yeah.
social security number?
1191. I forget the rest.
Tell us where you keep the gold.
I don't really have any.
Oh. Mean old couple.
They seem so nice.
Let's cool them down, Dragon. Still hands connected they hold out their other hand, spread out over the crowd, and it starts to snow inside the flare.
Oh, I do not like snow.
One bit.
I kind of.
Don't get a lot of that in Georgia, do you?
Yeah.
Down south, it just never
my
happens.
jacket.
I'm never gonna get into work tomorrow.
The whole town's gonna close down.
It mostly melts like as it comes down, but it does cool the place down considerably.
What are you doing?
I'm actually, now that I've like had a chance to like calm down and recuperate, I'm actually probably enjoying the show more now than I was at the beginning. Like I'm less skeptical and more just like
From
sitting
skeptic to believer.
like
This is amazing.
I'm the opposite. I'm not enjoying as much, but
Trust these people.
Our night is almost at an end, friends. Dragon bows and takes her leave. I have one final act, but it's unforgettable. You'll be talking about it for the rest of your lives.
sorry, did he say unforgettable or unforgivable?
Unforgettable.
It's important.
Very
Especially
distinct.
since the end of your lives will come shortly.
This is how we don't get bad reviews.
Taroka. A woman in flowing colors and long raven hair, curly raven hair, with stars all about her, a dress with white frills. She's got like bells and little chimes all over her arms, making a lot of production and swirling gestures as she comes out.
Doesn't she just look so sweet?
She does look very nice. Shall we bring the house down to Roka? Shall we share with them the final gift? Remember, if you ever see me in other lands or other places, please don't hesitate. Introduce yourself. Tell me you enjoyed the show, if you enjoyed it. If not, tell me I'm a louse. But I appreciate your being here tonight. This is our final performance. I need all of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
You're right.
13.
14.
19.
9.
13.
The entire crowd
Stout.
falls asleep, except you.
That couldn't have happened to me anyway. Do they all like fall?
They immediately just go. The old man
Well,
next to
my
you's like,
stars.
Yeah, every elf and half elf in that community.
Yeah.
possibly. Are there any elves or half elves here? In the crowd there are, and they are asleep.
There are and they are asleep.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't.
Hope he doesn't kill you.
I'm gonna fake asleep.
You're gonna fake asleep?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Whew. All right. Good show, ladies. Good show. Come on out. There are some adventure types out there, so be very careful with them. I know it's risky to invite them, but that juice is the sweetest, and it's worth the risk. So please, please, let's get this stuff. Let's go home. Let's be rid of the city. It's a little bit too hot and crazy here. You hear all this. None of them do.
Right.
You kind of peek out of your eyes and you see all of those women emerge from backstage and start approaching the crowd. You see them say to each one, you kind of take a little bit of effort to focus in on it, but you hear each of the women ask, and him, he's coming down as well. He's actually making his way towards the Aasimar. You hear them ask, or say, demand, tell me your greatest secret. Give me your greatest possession on you.
Ooh.
And you see lots of people whispering back to them and then like digging in their persons for treasured items. You see gold, you see watches, heirlooms, a sword.
Okay. How far away from me are they?
They're not very far. I mean, you were probably like 5th or 6th row. And that is...
Well, you said the first row was like 30 feet from the stage, but they've made it into the...
They're in the crowd.
All of them
they're
except
amongst
for,
the first few rows.
Except for Splendid, or
well,
including
he's
Splendid.
He's there too.
He's also in the crowd. Oh, I need to come up with... Okay, what do I have to do to make this happen?
I don't know.
I know. Sorry, I had to think my brain through.
Think my brain through.
I expected at least 2 of you to stay awake.
Really
14,
hard.
I was almost there.
You're close.
Okay, so
Finally gave you something to do and everyone fell asleep.
Yeah.
I am going to... How many of them are there? Hang on. There were a ton of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
9. No, yeah, 8.
8
9 plus
8
the-
women and
plus
Splendid.
Splendid.
Plus
Okay.
The magician. The splendid.
They are pretty spread out from each other. They're all working different parts of the crowd.
Okay. Okay, so now we're going to... Okay, so I'm going to, while... Is it like dead silent because everyone's asleeping? Sleeping.
Well, you hear the...
So people are like, they're all
They're
responding,
talking in
right?
their
They're
sleep.
telling
Yeah,
their
yeah,
questions,
yeah.
their
They're-
answers.
it's-
Okay.
they're responding.
So I am going to cast command on Spectacular,
Splendid.
whatever his name is. Splendid Crepaxio. My notes are better this time. I'm going to cast command on him, and no louder than the rest of the crowd, because it doesn't say that he has to be able to hear me. I just have to say it. And I'm going to say,
Doesn't it?
We'll find out, maybe.
Okay.
Good.
And while still faking no, I'm not. I'm going to... What would she do? What Kelsey would do and what she would do are so different. Okay.
Splendid's about to approach the
Yeah, so I'm going to
Nervous
command...
person.
I'm going to cast command, and I'm going to command him. I'm going to say... am I going to stand up or sit down? I'm going to pretend... I'm going to continue being asleep, and I'm going to say freeze. I'm going to command him to... I'm going to say freeze. In the same...
You're not going to be able to pretend to be asleep and do that.
Okay, fine. Then I'm going to stand up with oomph. Those were my 2 options. I'm going to stand up with oomph and like point my finger at him and say, freeze, you.
And what does he have to make a save against? What kind of save and what's it against?
A wisdom saving throw. And it is against... I'm still figuring that part out. Give me a second.
What's your wisdom modifier?
Hang on, I wrote it down. Just let me do the things, guys. I gotta learn. 13. Spell save DC. That's the right one, right?
It's got to be beat a 13.
Uh-huh.
You see Splendid freeze. And he is, oh no, we got to wake her.
Oh, Baker.
And I'm going to turn... How far away from... He had to have been not too far, right?
He's like
he was approaching
the
me.
front of the crowd. You're about 25 feet away.
Okay, I'm gonna bolt over to him and be like, now listen here, ladies. This is not right. Your mama should have raised you better than this. Now I'm willing to let this go, and and let this man walk away, but you're going to have to walk right out of here right now or I'm going to tell everyone. Do not make me tell your parents. And I reach my hand into my bag.
They all kind of stop what they're doing and looking at each other. And you hear the Duchess go, "Is she for real?"
Yes, young lady, I am for real. Don't you tell me that you're not afraid of your mama finding out about this. Honey, I know. I know that this is not what you wanted to be when you grew up.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Get scolded.
And I'm proficient in that, so it was terrible. Still, I got a 9.
Look at you like, we do want to be rich. And we're pretty happy with this. Boss, do we attack her? It's like, yes, please. I can't move.
So command only lasts for 1 round, so it's 6 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's that.
Yeah, so that's that.
Let's
wait.
do initiative. Let's all go ahead and roll initiative, just in case.
Just in case someone wakes up.
13.
Don't shout a number with me.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Guys,
Do better.
I tried for a whole campaign.
Wouldn't your mama want
Hey.
you to do better?
She would.
She's the only one that's awake. None of us can talk. Yeah.
Are we dreaming while we're sleeping?
Oof. No.
Aww.
What'd you get?
A 9.
Of my boat.
Alright. And what?
7.
Get scolded.
Getting good. I need to use your names. Zam.
13.
What's your dexterity?
My dexterity?
Yeah.
I miss being 6th level.
So you don't have your numbers, do you?
Yeah, but I think it was like 15 or something like
Okay.
that.
Got it. Maarath.
12.
Am I saying that right? Meryl?
Maarath.
Maarath. Like you're going to maul somebody.
Maarath.
Maarath.
Maarath. Oh, well, that's gonna be so hard. What did you get?
12.
Alright, well,
And Vehan.
14.
14. All right.
I was so close.
The women abandon. They take a moment to like pocket anything that they've grabbed. The one who grabbed a sword starts wielding it. That's the lion tamer, unfortunately. And they start making their way to the front near
1 versus 9. Have fun.
Minnie.
I know, and I don't actually have any like area spells. They're all targeted, so I can't just like flame on all of you. That's not a thing.
Flame on.
Splendid
Flame on all of
attempts to grapple you.
You're-
So
That means you're gonna grab
Right,
it.
but I mean, can I like try and avoid it? Do I get
Strength
to
or
react?
dexterity?
strength or dexterity roll, whichever you.
Either.
Most likely neither of them. I think
Beef
they're
out of it or what
definitely
is it?
dexterity.
I assumed.
17.
You slip away from his grasp just in time.
Her grasp?
It's
It was splendid.
Oh,
His grasp.
splendid. Okay.
And it's your turn.
Okay.
You are right there with him. Maarath?
Maarath.
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 Well, there's gonna be a lot of
In
that.
the 18th century, English got rid of our long vowels. It's not your fault.
Mara. That was my friend. Anyway, moving on. Not important.
Your friend's
or,
name is hard to say too.
Yeah. Okay, so I am going to say. Now you need a lesson in manners and cast Sacred Flame. I wrote down what I say for each of these. And cast Sacred Flame, so dexterity saving throw.
You gotta be doesn't.
He
Go ahead.
doesn't.
I said, what's he gonna be? Nope.
1d8 radiant damage.
Alright.
And he gets a 6. Do I add anything to that? I don't know how this necessarily works with the whole spell
Some
thing.
magic.
No.
No, okay.
If it
Then-
doesn't say so, then no.
Yeah.
Great. He takes 6 damage. Well, he's my rogue ability to disengage. No, wait, no. Okay.
Anything else?
Can I do anything else?
Well, you didn't take a move action. You also have a bonus action.
Okay, so,
Oh, it's on the ball, right? Good job.
Flavor.
and then I'm going to. He was right next to.
You're right next to it.
Yeah.
Can you wake me up?
I'm trying. I just don't know.
No tabletop thing.
Yeah, so I'm going
Yeah.
to try and
Come on,
wake
use the
him
restroom.
up, just because he's the closest to me.
Are you your
Okay.
And I'm
Hasn't
going
been said
to
yet.
You were.
put to sleep magically.
All I said is
Well,
I.
those aren't the spells I have. I wonder if that would work.
Try it.
I'm going to command him to.
Does that use a spell slot or is that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I have
You're marking
6
them
of them.
down? All right.
Mhm.
Oh, by the way, what level are you all? Tell the people at home.
3.
3.
Oh,
3.
I'm going to command him. Can I shove him at the same time? Is that allowed, or is those two separate?
Can you what?
Can I shove him at the same time? Because I mean,
Sure.
I'm right there, so I'm gonna shove
Wait a
him.
second. Command takes an action. You can't do it twice.
Okay, that was the question. Or like as my bonus action or something. That was kind of my question.
It's gotta be, say one bonus action to use it as a bonus action.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, as my bonus action, I'm gonna command him.
Nope.
No,
You can
I thought you
shove.
You
said.
can't
No,
command twice.
the spell has to
Oh,
say.
I
it has
see.
to say
Okay,
one
I
action.
see.
There
I
are 3
see,
kinds
I
of
see.
actions you can take. Action,
And movement.
movement, bonus action.
And a bonus action is only if it says that it can be used as a bonus action. Okay,
Bonus action is usually like
great.
shout.
So
open the
then
door.
I'm just gonna yell at him to get up with no magic involved and like shove him out of his seat. Does that count as my movement?
Go ahead and roll Constitution at advantage.
Ooh.
Ooh.
14.
You're snoozing. All right.
Homebrew gonna die
Yeah,
this round
Pretty rough.
by myself awake. And I don't think I can use any of my spells on me to like protect myself.
Can I start snoring?
You've been. There's like
I'm
drool.
snoring very loud.
You're like drawing on the guy in front of you. He's like
I went forward to sleep.
squishing.
There's like a wet mark all down his back.
Oh, it's disgusting.
The women surround you and say, and they're all like, the one is brandishing a sword at you, the other are gesturing and like holding their hands up threateningly. They say, you have one option. You leave silently, never to return to this playhouse, and then you'll live a long and hopefully prosperous life. This is the Duchess saying all this.
So technically I have another option. I could stay here and I could just die, right? That's the other option that you didn't necessarily say but you implied?
She looks at the lion and are you, is she for real?
I'm just checking. I like to know all my options. I'm just checking.
Option 2, die here.
Thank you. I have to say, I'm really disappointed because I saw what you could do, and you could have been so much more than this. You really could have been. Now, I'm a go,
I can die.
but you, what?
That's what I do. I die over and over and over.
You did all kinds of magic things. You were impressive. You got the crowd going. You could have had a great job as a salesman. In fact, I can actually set you up with something like that.
I let that idiot saw into me every time. And the guy says, hey, hey, hey.
Well, you don't have to do that. You have other options. Look, I'll go because I don't want to die, but I'm just saying, you could have done better than this. Your mom is going to be real disappointed if she ever finds out.
So weird. All of you make your constitution saves. Maybe another
I
one
got
of those
6.
campaigns. Oh my god.
8.
15.
You're awake.
Thank you!
How you do over there, Jonathan?
5.
Oh my god. All this conversation makes you stir and realize you're not actually asleep.
You see finger waggling.
Yeah, you see a lot of bickering and weird, like, looking at each other. And it was Splendid's, hey!
What's going on?
You should get up. They're stealing your stuff.
Splendid says, oh, we got another waker. This is getting bad.
Okay.
Where's your turn? You're after Splendid. Splendid makes a dash for the backstage.
And trips over this
Right.
Goliath, blocking the door.
No,
drooling
backstage,
down.
not back of house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not the front.
No.
Not the front of the house. Splendid dashes back there. Up onto the stage and behind the curtain.
That's a long dash.
Well, he's not at the curtain yet, but that's where he's headed.
Okay.
And it is.
Oh,
your
I'm a
turn.
moron. I
Is he
forgot I
within
had that
60
spell.
feet of me?
What, how far?
60 feet?
Yes.
Alright, I need a DC 13 wisdom save. I reach my hand out toward him, like this. That's all I do, and I need a wisdom save.
To beat what?
13.
Oh, succeeds.
And nothing happened.
You hear. Ha
Continue.
Wonderments aplenty! And do you have anything else?
I'm looking.
Okay.
I used the wrong spell because I'm a douche.
That's
Eventually, I'll
What
get.
spell should you have used?
Oh, calm emotions.
No, that's
you said you got them all riled up thinking about their moms being disappointed.
that's all I do.
Because a group of women really want to hear that.
I know.
That's all you got? All right.
I'd rethink my life if somebody told me my mom was going to be disappointed.
Well, and there was a pep talk, like, I saw what you did, you could have done a lot more. Like, there was definitely some encouragement in there. It was not my finest moment, but, you know, I was under duress.
I mean, they seem to be
I'm not dead.
crooks, so. Minnie! Oh,
Yeah?
your name, right? It's
Yes.
your turn.
Oh, it's my turn again?
Yeah.
Well,
Everyone else is sleeping or holding out their hand dramatically.
It's so cool.
okay. Let me read this to make sure that I actually want to do this. Oh, this is going to be rough.
Oh wait, no, he should still take half damage.
Okay. I'm going to use... What?
He should still take half damage from my spell. He succeeded, but that doesn't mean he doesn't take any damage.
Oh, well, what did you do?
I did Mind Spike.
What is that?
It is a spell that if he had failed, he would have taken 3d8 damage, and I would know his whereabouts for the next hour.
Fancy.
No, wow.
Whoa.
Oh, man.
Yeah, even if he was invisible, I would know where he was. Instead, he only takes 5 damage.
Okay. You hear, ow!
Ow!
Ow.
My head.
I got a headache. Should drink more water.
All right, Minnie, you're surrounded.
Yes, so I am going to cast Calm Emotions. So I'm going to put my hands out at the ladies and go, shh. Now listen here, ladies. We don't have to do this. This can be just fine. You can just let all these people go. And I'm going to cast Calm Emotions. So they have to make a Charisma saving throw.
All individually?
Um,
Or how many creatures are affected?
It says you attempt to suppress strong emotions in a group of people
Okay.
within 60 feet.
And then-
Each humanoid in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point I choose, which in this moment is going to be me, since they all around me, have to make a charisma save. Each of them has to make a charisma saving throw.
Okay.
A creature can choose to fail it if they would like to. If they want to be charmed by me, they can.
And what do they have to be?
13. Isn't it 13 every time? Does that ever change?
It'll change if your stats change.
Yeah,
Okay, so 13.
Yeah. I'm just going to need constant.
No, that's fine. I just making sure that I'm not wrong.
All right, let's see.
Well, mine is 13 as well.
Who resisted? And what exactly did you tell them?
I told them they don't have to do this. They can all just, calm down and walk away.
Let these people go.
You
is
can all
what
just
she
let
said.
these people go. That is what I said. But the effects are specified.
Like 5, like 4 times. Okay. So they all seem calm and collected, except for.
So technically, if they fail it, I can make them one of these two effects.
Okay. What?
Let me read them to pick one.
Okay.
So I'm gonna. You consider.
I got my doll in.
Yeah. So I can make the target indifferent about creatures of your choice that it is hostile toward. It says creatures plural, but it doesn't say how many. So I guess we just assume.
Yeah. For this situation, you can choose who all that they're indifferent towards.
Okay. Do I get to pick more than one?
Yes.
Okay,
It says
great.
creatures.
Cool.
Who in the surrounding area?
The two of us that are awake
Okay.
is going to be what I'm going to go for.
Okay.
So
They are
they're for
indifferent.
up to a minute.
Okay. Silence, Dragon, and the Lion Tamer seem unaffected, and they're looking at the others like, what? Are you taking her for serious? Why?
Sorry.
She
Which,
just says do things and you do it? What
can
is
you tell
wrong?
me which ones? Sorry, which ones
Silence,
are or are not?
The Silence, Dragon, and the Lion Tamer.
Are unaffected.
Yeah,
Okay.
it seems that way. And everyone make a Constitution saving throw if you are not awake.
If you are not awake.
Gosh, I hope I do better than
For
you.
the love of God, someone wake up!
I got a 6 again. Same exact roll.
For the love of God, wake them up.
7.
Good Lord. All right.
I tried.
You did this.
I'll say my piece afterwards. The ladies, most of them go back to collecting secrets and possessions of the crowd, ignoring you. Ignoring you both. Silence starts chanting, or would be chanting, except no words are coming out. She moves her mouth and there's no speech.
Oh, she is.
There's some gesture.
Has she spoken at all?
No. Mostly the mouthpiece has been the Duchess, but there's been a little bit from the Lion Tamer too. Dragon also starts moving her hands, though she throws a bolt at you.
Bolt of.
Do I get to I just get to take it?
Armor class.
13.
No, you don't take it. You do. So.
But you do.
Not know how D&D works.
Well, I'm so used to being a rogue at this point that I'm like, I get a bonus that I can dodge that, right? I can
Most
uncanny evade that, can't I?
They either have to roll or you get a chance to avoid it or something like that. So 6 points of fire damage as a fiery bolt blasts from her hands.
So unfortunate.
And then the lion tamer attacks you.
Me?
Me.
No?
Oh.
What's your armor class?
Looking down.
That's a good question. 11.
For 3 points of damage with the sword, nicking your shoulder.
Ding.
And then it is Splendid bolts behind the curtain. It is Maarath's turn. Maarath.
I think the second one was correct.
Maarath.
All right.
Maarath.
You need to spell that out phonetically for me.
I did on the Discord.
M-A-A-R-A-T.
It's been a while. Just, it was like a month ago.
Maarath.
Okay. I'm just gonna be like, I can do that too, and I'm going to. Actually, I'm in melee with one of them, aren't I?
You just got nicked with a sword, yes.
Frack.
You can't help but notice, but another person who jumped the stage with you before is within reaching distance.
Oh, is she?
Sitting right here, guys.
I didn't realize you were like still. I didn't realize you were
How's
beside
that?
me. I thought you were like
You
different
got a
row.
doll out.
Very close.
Okay.
Softly snoring.
Help me help you.
They look very peaceful. It's probably the most nice you've seen them look the entire time.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna push her around until she wakes up or they wake up.
Give me a Constitution saving throw with advantage. No.
That's terrible.
You're the dice person.
No, I know. She's
I
like,
bought new dice. They're
she's
not
like,
working.
I'm saving him for later.
This isn't my fight.
Anything else, or
Punch me.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull my my dagger out with my offhand
Kick her in the throat.
and try to stab her because that's the only close range attack I can do.
Which one?
The one that just tried to stab me.
Fair enough.
Who is that? Sorry, who is that?
The lion tamer.
Great, go for it.
Much better.
Nope. 7.
Doesn't count.
Well,
No, sorry. 9.
You wail the dagger around and misses completely. It's like, oh, honey,
oh.
I have conquered beasts that would destroy this city. You think I can't handle your little pig sticker there?
Too bad you can't control your hair.
Wow.
My sleep.
Yeah, with some dream.
You do whisper that.
Oh, interesting. You hear me call it Ratchet.
She's right next to you.
What is this dream?
You hear what she said?
You should get her.
Minnie.
Did you hear?
Yeah.
Spectacular, splendid. Dang it.
Spectacular and splendid.
Spectacular! Starring
Splendid is
Splendid.
gone, right? Backstage
behind the
gone.
curtain.
Yeah. Okay. I am going to run over to. I guess are we still close to each other?
Yeah, I haven't moved.
Right?
Yeah.
We haven't moved. Okay.
Within melee distance.
Cool. So I am going to, at like a run, like plow into the one you
Hell
were
yeah.
the one you were trying to wake up.
You're gonna tackle.
Yeah,
All right, let's do it. Give me an attack roll.
telling her to
Oh, she's making an attack roll against me.
Yeah.
telling her to rise and
Not
shine,
you.
as I say.
Wait,
Rise
you
and
is-
shine.
Oh, you. I thought she said the
Let's
one
You're
that
see.
attacked her.
tackling the ranger.
To
type.
try and get her to wake up. Yeah,
All right.
Let's see
So.
how
because
in
I
control
saw
of myself I am right now.
because I saw you like shove and nothing happened. So
Not very.
in control.
So go ahead and attack.
oh wait, I did good. I got a 5.
So, well,
You rolled a 5?
Yeah.
well, okay, you already did it. Never mind.
Well, what happens? What are you doing?
Well, nothing. I would have had done it before she rolled.
Okay. So nothing happens?
Just get plowed.
You miss.
I'm.
You bump the person next to the ranger.
Do they wake up?
Do they
Let's
wake
find
up?
out. Nope.
Very powerful spell. This is
Kinda
a
hits
super
you in the
powerful spell.
It's not at all.
I can't believe these grimy idiots.
Wow.
No.
That's what you get.
Is it a nat 20? That'd be great.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. Minnie, you're now spending a moment to reclaim yourself.
14.
That's pretty good.
How about a Constitution saving throw?
Everyone that's
Everyone
not
that's
awake.
asleep.
Everyone in the land? No.
I got 4.
Gosh, you're tanking.
I'm
You
so
also got a
glad that
four.
you're playing
I'm
now,
not
so
doing
you
a
can
good
know what
job.
it's like.
I have some other d20s if you want to try.
Stop
one
rolling
else.
on your paper.
I've got 30 of them.
Will one of them work?
Apparently not.
This isn't that hard. I swear to God.
It's over 15.
It's 15.
15 hard!
It's
Okay.
not.
Hard.
It's a
medium
25% chance of
difficulty.
success.
Yeah.
Yeah, 25.
I would think one of you,
I did wake up.
2 of us.
Yeah.
the other 3,
Yeah.
in your many rolls, some with.
Yeah, all the advantage too.
Advantage.
It's
You
terrible.
don't know how long I was awake before this. I need this nap.
I need this now.
I need it.
Wakes up ready to roll.
The women say, "All right, just grab what we've got. Let's go. This has gone bad. The boss is out. We gotta go." So they start taking off, and it's
In your sleep.
It's Maarath's turn.
Maarath's turn. Maarath.
Maarath. Why you gotta pick a complicated name?
I think hers is harder.
Call me B.
That's a shortcut.
That's a good short. I like shortcuts.
Yeah, shortcuts are awesome.
Yeah.
I'm calling her Minifred.
It's actually longer than Minnie.
Minneapolis.
Responds to all things.
What you got? They're hightailing.
They're hightailing with their loot.
They're headed to the back of the crowd or backstage with whatever they have received.
I'll let them go.
Okay.
I start trying to wake people up.
You just going through the crowd.
Yep.
You're gonna start with me?
Sure. Yeah.
You wake.
Oh.
You don't want to fail again?
Brandon's like, it doesn't matter anymore.
You see, all the performers are gone. The curtain's swaying a little bit. Most everyone is asleep, but you're waking up to see this person over you, shaking.
I'm gonna put my
Smack
doll
him?
away. No? Very gently. Very gently.
Pretty gentle.
I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna start walking towards the curtain that's way.
Okay.
Which curtain?
Towards the back.
The backstage. Okay.
You're working your way through the crowd.
Yep.
Waking everyone up. What are you doing?
I'm gonna rush over to the only other person that's awake and just kind of put my arm around her and be like, hey honey, it's alright. It was kind of a rough time. Are you okay? Are you alright? How are you feeling? Can I help you? What do
So-
you need, honey?
Did I hear anything that went on? Do I know what happened?
You don't remember anything from what was going on from in the time you were asleep.
So I'm gonna keep walking,
You feel fine.
but I'm gonna ask you what happened.
Well, you know, he was doing his last spell and then or his last magic trick and then just, everybody went to sleep. Everybody but me. I don't know why. I was the only one that was awake, but I was. And then I was trying to wake people up and that didn't work. Honey, I'm sorry. I kind of tackled you. I wanted to wake you up, but
Got
Well,
the guy next to her.
I missed. But I tried. I did try, but they started taking people's secrets and they were answering questions in their sleep and they were stealing people's
Did
stuff.
they reach me? And she like reaches.
No, I don't remember. I don't think they made it to you. They stopped at that. Where'd you go? That guy over there. They stopped at. What's your name?
You're talking to me?
Mm-hmm.
Maarath.
They stopped at Maarath, I believe, is the last person that they needed to. I mean, there's other people kind of just around, but as far as the people in this locale.
They're pulling their bow around. Did they go that way?
Yeah, they went out to the back, but we gotta wake up all these people and let them know that's too.
They'll be fine. They're gonna keep walking.
You look backstage and there's no one there.
Is there anything back there?
I mean, furniture and sandbags and lights or lanterns and a small craft services table.
Any back entrances?
Yeah. You see like an exit, like one on each side of the building.
So, is it like well traveled back there?
This is a very old building.
Is there dust on the floor?
No.
Okay, so it's wood.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, I say old building as in it is frequently used.
That those two don't usually correlate. Yeah, if I don't see them, I'm just gonna go out and take a quick look outside the back door.
You see a Sigil alley with lots of razor vine creeping across the edge of the buildings.
Like, is that common?
It's a common thing in Sigil. You know razor vine, and it's like decorative as it is protective. So it's basically like vines, but have like really sharp barbs all over it. A lot of rich people will grow it in their houses to prevent intruders. It can sometimes get out of control. However, you know that it's oftentimes kept trimmed down by, oh crap, I forgot the name of that race. The one that talk in symbols.
Yeah.
The
Davis.
Davis, yes, the Davis keep it under control.
And no, like, sign of traffic through here recently? No torn signage?
Quiet.
Then I'm gonna close the door and start heading back towards the front.
Okay. You return and you see more progress has been made, awakening the audience. Still working their way towards the back.
What'd you find, honey?
They're not there anymore. Come with me.
Me?
Yes.
Well, sure.
And you.
All right.
I'm helping.
And
At this
wake
point,
the
the
big
rest
girl.
of the crowd
Wake the big girl.
is waking everyone else up. So there's lots of stirring and confusion and talking, and you two are waking up. And you seeing kind of like these three sort of at the front of the...
What happened? I stand up, wipe my mouth.
Forgot in front of
Guys.
me, like, drowned.
Just
Oh,
drenched.
that's disgusting. I'm so sorry. I kind of tried to wipe
You
it
notice
off of him.
it's the guy you made pee himself.
I'm so sorry. Wow. I thought you said you were leaving.
Yeah, I just tied my shirt around my pants, and now
Oh, man, you're going to get a rash. You should go see the doctor, clean up or something.
I am.
Why is he gonna get a rash?
You need his pants.
What?
He beat his pants. He's been sitting in it for like an hour, okay? He's going to get a rash.
I'm more worried about your drool now.
We're fine. It doesn't smell that bad. I brush my teeth.
Do you? Do you?
wet.
Yes, yes I do. I was introduced to it.
The
when I
Dawn
got
big
here.
on hygiene.
You
No,
see
I was
the captain make a big
introduced to
kerfuffle in the
brushing my
back.
teeth in Sigil. So it's been a week. But I've been brushing my teeth for a week.
The captain didn't announce.
Didn't announce what?
You didn't announce yourself to the crowd, though, did you?
Yes.
Yes.
Making a very big to-do.
Oh yeah, you did.
Mhm.
Captain.
Yes.
Can you come up here? Don't step on
What?
anyone, honey.
I don't.
Come
I'm
on.
not gonna step on anybody. And I climb over people. I'm going around. I'm pushing them out of the
Literally
way.
stepping on people.
I'm pushing them out of the way so that I don't step on
You're
them.
shoving them out of the way so you
Okay.
can step up.
But I'm not stepping on them.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm like, yes. What happened? Why is everybody sleeping? Why was I asleep?
It was some sort of spell. They put a spell on everybody, and I don't know why.
Wait,
except
who they?
The
The magician?
Yeah.
Oh,
and they started
man.
taking people's stuff and secrets, and now they're gone. But this nice lady here, she said that she or he, they
Whatever you want to call it.
perfect. This nice lady here said that she wants you to come and help us. And what are we doing, honey?
Oh,
We're
yeah,
going-
sure, I'll help. I'm starting to talk like you.
It is contagious.
We are going
Our southern accent.
to the Free League, and I'm going to report.
Freely? What's that?
That is my faction
Huh? What's a faction?
Wait, what's it called?
army. It's a group of individuals with like-mindedness. There are several here. The Free League are for people who think it's a lot of bullshit.
What's a lot of bullshit?
Factions.
So you're part of a faction, but you don't believe in factions.
Yes.
Basically.
That is very confusing.
Yes.
So you're the anarchist group in high school.
No, the anarchists are a completely different group. I say don't talk to them.
Honey, well, that's all well and good, but what's your name?
What's your name?
You said V?
Call me B.
All right. Sounds great. That's just really nice of you to
You
go
can
ahead
call
and
me
talk to
Captain
her.
Zan.
Can I just call you Captain Honey?
Captain Honey? I suppose.
My favorite breakfast here.
Captain Honey was
So,
someone else, though. I don't want to be
Is
getting
this
confused.
critter awake?
And,
Is he still asleep or is
No,
he?
everyone's awake now.
okay.
A lot of confusion and milling about.
Did we get your name?
No one's asked me.
What?
I'm gonna ask. What's your name?
Oh, honey, my name's Minnie, but you can just call me Mama.
Minnie?
Yeah,
Okay.
Minnie.
That's very fitting.
That's funny.
I liked it.
It's good.
So you're
Hold on,
awake
hold on.
now.
What's
Yeah.
your
are you
name?
Maarath.
Maarath, and yours is B?
I'm kind of patting
Maarath?
myself down, looking a little dazed.
Everything checks out.
And then I start helping wake anyone else that's around me.
You're in the back corner.
Yeah,
for the
so
last one
chances
awake.
are there isn't anybody, but
Person in complete
Tending to-
black.
You
That's
check
been like
with
sulking
people.
in the corner.
So,
A
The
black
three
hooded
people-
figure wakes you up.
Are you awake? Are you awake? Yes, I'm awake.
am I dead?
so do we know why?
Are you deaf?
Do we know why we're put to sleep?
They were trying to rob us.
They were asking everyone what their secrets were and what to give them the most valuable possessions.
I'm looking. Okay.
I don't know what they got a sword. I know that for sure.
Oh man.
You know
Swords are
that
nice.
too, honey.
I get like you.
Yes, I do.
I don't
You
talk-
see a guy hears you goes, my
What?
sword!
Which
Oh
reminds
my
me,
god, they know.
I heal myself for 3 points of damage. For 3 points of healing.
So this is a question I will ask for Kelsey. Did she hear any of the secrets?
Did not. Mostly, there's a lot of mumbling throughout the front. They didn't get very far before she made a move. So, did not make anything
Yeah, I think
out.
they'd only questioned like 2 or 3 people before it was my turn. I was like, ha!
There was like 8 or so people
I
that
guess 'cause
got
there's
questioned
8
or stuff
people.
taken, but they definitely did not get very far. It was a very large place. Hundreds of people in there.
All right. Where'd they go?
How did y'all get invited specifically?
The Duchess gave me an invitation.
Oh yeah, the blue one. I forgot her name.
The blue one?
The blue one.
She was.
Yeah, the dragon gave me my invitation
Caress?
too.
Silence
Correct.
gave me my invitation.
You got your own invitation too? See, I was sitting next to this really level couple, and they said that they got theirs mailed to them.
Oh, I
called
don't have a
out
mailbox.
in a sweet timber that carries. Raise your hand if you were handed an invitation by the performers.
The bald guy with the tattoos on the side of his head.
Who gave you your invitation?
Is your hand raised?
The lion.
He did
family.
this.
Well,
Who gave you your invitation?
One with the tiger.
The lion team. Or no,
No, Tiger and
Tiger.
the lion team are different people.
different people.
well, are you? Who's from around here?
Just kind
I
of
mean, a
today.
lot of people throughout the crowd, like raised
Sorry,
their hand.
of the people who got their invitations directly handed to them, honey, who's from around here?
Iris.
I like that honey is just an infix.
You haven't spent a lot of time in Georgia, have you?
No, I toured Emory, and that's about the amount of time I spent in Georgia.
So, but you still got yours delivered.
Yes.
Well, because I just thought maybe it was because I'm just from out of town. But if you're from here and you didn't get yours mailed to you, that doesn't make sense.
Yes.
Unless they wanted us specifically.
bad as a thought, honey, but I don't really know why.
I just
I only got in
returned
town
all
today.
dead. Would you join
Me too. Oh, sweetie, we'll have to
Me
catch
too.
up.
Matt?
You just
what?
from
I'm
today?
sorry, what?
Yep.
We're going to go to a free league and tell them of our
Oh,
troubles.
free league.
Oh, I don't want anything to do with this. I just came to a show.
What is your name?
My name is Heglet.
Egglet.
Heglet.
Egglet.
Egglet.
Don't call me Egglet. I'm very sensitive.
Where are you from?
I'm
I wrote
from
fractions
Greyhawk.
instead of factions.
You from where?
Greyhawk.
Is that around here?
No.
What portal did you come in from? I have a journal.
I've been here a long time. Me and some friends came here on a lark, and I don't really remember. Under various influences of some magic stone.
Do you belong to a faction?
I don't.
What's the faction called when you just enter in? It's like
Oh.
the thing everybody calls you.
Well, everyone calls them. Oh my god.
It's in.
It's in the small one. It's
A squib. Nope, wrong.
the same thing I call outsiders or the clueless. Clueless is the slang.
Clueless.
Hey, I'm not clueless. I mean, you saw me do some magic, right?
I just shut my journal and start walking away from it.
Hey.
Well, hey, I would say everybody that had their invitations handed to them, we should all go together to talk to these legal people.
I think
And
I-
anyone who had anything stolen, you should come too.
I suggest anybody who had anything stolen from them, please go talk to the city guard.
you see a couple of them buzz about worriedly, like, and you kind of get like some of them agree, some of them are all about talking to them. A couple is like, I don't want to share. It's worth it to not have to talk to them.
Why were they asking for secrets? I'm looking at you.
Have I ever heard of
They didn't
being,
necessarily-
like, a group of people similar to them?
Mm-mm.
Or have I ever heard of anybody taking secrets for any kind of particular reason?
This whole concept, well, I mean, secrets are valuable
Yeah.
currency in this town.
But like,
Everyone knows that. Well, everyone that's spent any amount of
Outsiders.
time here. Clueless, not really that aware of that, but they learn it pretty fast.
I don't know why they were taking them, but I do know that they're not from around here, and they said that they were leaving town. Sclipendio,
Actually, they said this was their final show.
they did say that during the show, but after the show, Sclipendio said that he didn't want to stay.
Sclipendio?
Splendid.
Celebrex.
Jamie's the magician.
Splendid Crepaxio.
start making my way to you.
The befuddled older lady.
My bunions are hurting.
Excuse
What
me,
is
I
your
do not
name?
have bunions. I take very good care of my feet.
Octavius. Call me Oct.
Octopus. Dr. Octagonic.
Octavia, do you have a last name?
Ferrarius.
Oh. Sounds like a car.
Where do you hail from?
A what? I'm sorry, excuse
Far
me?
away. Just came in today. Found it odd I got an invite.
See, all these people
Well, I
just
thought-
came in from today, and they all got invites. I'm
I've
just
been
saying.
here for like a week.
How did you enter the city?
Portal.
Do you know where?
I do.
She doesn't ask you if you don't want to tell her.
Well, some of those details haven't necessarily been worked out, so
Yeah.
you can decide with me through Discord if you want to share that info later.
And she's gonna go around to all of you and ask you the same questions, like your name, where you originally hail from, where your portal was, if you intentionally used it, if you didn't intentionally use it, and if you belong to a faction.
So you said you didn't know why they were asking for secrets. Did anybody chime in with the side talk that happened about secrets being like a currency here? Did anybody actually say that, or am I still clueless about that?
Well, I know it.
You know it, but did you say it?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't have shared that information with you. The fact that secrets are used is secret enough.
Okay.
Well, what, are we just gonna stand here, or what are we gonna do?
I would like you to come with me to the Free League.
Yeah, sure, whatever to help.
Why?
And who are these?
Why the
ladies?
league?
Because it's the faction I belong to, and they will help.
How?
We will hunt these people down. It's what I do.
You're a hunter?
I've never been
I'm a
hunting before.
bounty hunter.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Are you really good?
Bounty hunter.
I do not have any bounties out on a large Goliath woman. You are safe from me.
Would you mind letting me know if you do?
She will, or they will when they arrest you.
Oh, trust me, you'll know.
What's your last name?
No one asked.
I'm asking now.
Randir.
Reindeer?
Randir.
I love that you did that
Ah.
before and during.
Well, my character had to do it.
Where do you hail from?
I came from Everland, but really I'm just kind of from all over. That's just where I was most recently before I got here.
So your name is Minnie Randir.
Yeah. I mean,
Minnie,
honey, you
with
can
an
just
N.
call me Mama. Everybody does.
I don't have a mom.
Well, oh, honey. And I go over and hug
Oh,
I guess,
hello.
your leg.
I pat you on the head.
Your
Do you know
I
pick
where
up my
you
leg.
popped in from? Or no?
What do you mean?
Portals.
Oh yeah, I used one of them things.
Intentionally?
Yeah.
Where was it?
Well, it was over in the market ward, I think is what it's called.
The Great Bazaar.
Yeah. Says a voice
In
from
the
above.
market ward.
I know exactly where it is. I'm just not sharing all that info. Shh.
Which is the home.
So you didn't tell me the Great Bazaar?
No, I just said the market ward.
Do you belong to a faction?
You know, I didn't even know what one was, but I mean, maybe I can join one. I always really enjoyed clubs.
Also, the Great Bazaar is where the Free League has their base.
And then
Which
I will
V knows
also
and you
be
don't.
asking you some Mara. How do you spell that? Mara?
You were just throwing us all off.
Maarath, right?
Mara?
My last character's name was literally not pronounceable. So we're making progress?
The last character had a nickname.
That's true. There's nothing stopping this character from having a nickname. Maarath.
Mara.
Mama just hasn't given you
Laura.
one yet.
Hi.
Honey, come here.
Last name?
Sorry?
Do you have a last name?
Nope.
Or you don't have one, or you're not willing to share it with me?
Nope.
Question mark. Where do you hail from?
The High Temple of Mistra.
Oh, that was really long. Honey, say that again.
The High Temple of Mistra? You not heard of the High Temple?
Nope.
The goddess Mistra?
Who? What'd
I'm
she do?
familiar.
She created the weave.
I don't know.
Wait.
Like his name.
Honey, your Paris of action.
Like the weave, the magic weave.
Yeah.
She created it.
I've never been good at magic.
Am I familiar? This guy? Nope. Sorry, I've never heard of
I
your
taught
god.
myself some card tricks. That's it.
Oh, that's a god? That's really sweet. I was just so proud of you.
How did you enter the city?
I opened the door, I walked through, and was here.
Accident? Do you know where you entered
In the High Temple.
into the city?
Yeah. Several blocks down.
And we're in what district?
You are in the Clerk district.
You're just really good at this. I thought you just have so many talents for so many things, honey.
Thank you. Recent?
What?
You belong to a faction.
Ask a lot of questions.
Yes, she has a journal she's already.
I also have a journal that I
We're
Asking each other questions.
Is currently writing in a journal about me. As I said that,
They repeat the question.
Sorry, what was the question?
Do you belong to a faction?
Well, I was friendly with the Harpers.
But would you consider yourself of them?
No.
Who's the Harpers? I'm sorry, I'm new to town.
Are they musicians? I love music.
Well, the Harpers are from like a faction in my home.
Heartland?
From the High Temple?
No,
that where your
I mean
home is?
that's my home, but it's not like
Exam.
the name of the world.
Oh, what world are you from?
Hmm?
I've been to a lot of worlds, honey. I
Exam.
might have heard of it.
Do you have a last
You ever been to the Sword Coast?
That is my last name.
Actually,
In favor of
Do you
it?
have a first name?
Yes.
I believe I have, if I remember correctly.
I'm not telling you you're a party
Pretty
hunter.
sure I have.
Okay.
Oh, I'll look later.
Where are you
I'll
from?
DM you.
The sea.
Any particular coast you were
Oh, no.
born from? No?
Oh, somewhere.
Next time I'll have a pencil handy for all the notes. Excellent.
Where did you enter the city from?
Oh, I was sleeping in my ship, and
Your broken
suddenly,
ship?
yeah, it broke when it fell.
Oh.
It
Did I hear about a ship falling through the sky at some point?
fell out of a bell tower and landed on the
When
street.
she originally introduced herself, she talked about a ship.
Well, yes, but
That was here in town.
Yes.
I have a question.
You
Is your
heard
character
of that.
also
You
wearing
didn't
a
know
necklace
anyone
like that?
involved or-
Not like this. Oh, actually, maybe. She's probably just kind of a little bored.
I just wondered if you were like role playing that, or if that was just something you were doing.
No, I'm just messing with my necklace.
do you belong to a faction?
Man, I don't know. Maybe. Are we automatically assigned to factions when we get here?
We call those without a faction the clueless.
I mean, I haven't got a clue.
Honey, that's not very nice.
I don't agree with it either. And she starts walking out of the building.
You could use.
Oh, wait, we're supposed to be going with her. I follow.
Oh, are you headed to the League of Extraordinary
Gentlemen?
It's like,
Yes.
where is this going?
I'm headed to the
There was only one place.
Captain Nemo welcomes you anew.
I'm following.
Sean Connery makes an appearance.
No.
I'll come with you, come.
I was waiting because I know you hate that movie.
I'll come for a bit.
Oh, come on. This will be great. This will give us a chance to chat. You said that you live here. I've got all kinds of questions. I just think the city is fantastic.
Yes.
Do you really, I mean, you must like it because you stayed.
Yes.
You're leading the way, right? I'm just following you. I don't know where I'm going. Okay, great.
We'll also follow her.
So you are currently in the clerk's ward. It is a little bit away from the market ward. Oh, also let me explain something. For those of you new to Sigil, this city, like I said before, loops on itself. It's actually on the inside of a donut shape with a spire in the middle. You can see a strip of city in the distant sky far above, both at day and the lights of it at night. So you are in the clerk ward, which is a fair amount away. You are currently here at the Civic Festival.
I can't see.
Sorry, can you hold that up for me below the camera?
There you go.
Civic Fest Hall, through the Guild Hall Ward to the Great Bazaar of the Market Ward. Certainly not the furthest, trip you could take in Sigil, but
I'm assuming it will take us several hours.
yes, for sure. Depending on
what?
how you get there.
Oh, several hours.
I assume I know.
You just jump adequately high where you fall where you want to go.
It's a city where a lot of things happen. So there was a recent
Maybe.
kerfuffle all across the city. There's still some damage.
That kerfuffle?
It was a kerfuffle.
No, much more damaging. There's kind of a war of
The last.
Oh, that
devils
kerfuffle.
and angels all across the city.
For some reason, I look at your character with disdain before snapping out of it.
This character?
She looks at my past life.
You really messed up. Y'all did fine. You just caused the war.
we
It's a big deal.
started a
I mean,
war.
I did nothing. Okay.
That is true. No, you actually have a lot of ideas. Not the point. So do you have family here? Is there a special someone maybe?
No.
You know, why is that? Because I think that you really could. You've got a lot of talent. I can already see that. I can see things about people.
Thank you.
Oh, what do you see about me?
I think that you got a really gentle spirit.
Thanks.
She's crushing the wall as she walks through the street.
It's in my pocket.
Getting sprayed.
It's for good luck. And she takes that out.
Why do you not sound like that? It's your good luck.
Wake up, pretty.
Everyone is Southern.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Eventually we will all become so, yes.
She'll pick up my accent over time.
I'm trying not to. Wow, what do you see about yourself?
Oh, I don't know. I guess I just a wanderer and a traveler, a general lover of people.
People can be nice, yeah.
Oh, honey.
While you all talk, the rest of the crowd is milling out of the theater. Weirded out, some not so upset, a handful of them pretty upset. But for the most part, people got a pretty good show for a silver.
I thought it was 2 silver.
For silver.
1 point.
1 silver each.
You double pay for 2 seats because you're so big.
No, I said once.
Much to the chagrin of the people to your right and left.
Maybe it's spilling over a little, but I was in 1 seat.
Swing over, forward. Alright, so that's the plan, is to go to the Free League headquarters. So is there anything y'all want to do before we break for this session?
Oh, I want to keep going.
Yeah. Keep going.
10:30.
10:30.
No. Okay, anything else is going to take too much time.
We all get away with some secrets and loot. Better notes than last time.
Good job.
3 pages of notes from this session.
Wow. There's a lot. There will always be a lot.
I did nothing, so I don't have almost none.
I know.
You were asleep for most of it.
In
Yeah.
character.
I'm trying to only write down things my character would know.
That's fair.
Me too.
Anything else? Alright, what do y'all think?
I think
I
was
I wish I was
I
awake
wish
for
I
more
was
of
awake.
it.
So I
did nothing.
I a little bit wish that they had gotten to me while I was asleep, because they would have been real disappointed when I handed them a book of prayer.
It's another one of these.
I would have just been really sad
It's great.
if I had to give up my thing.
I was very surprised that when you were like, you're the only one that's awake. I was like, awesome. The character that designed, or the person who's designed her character to be helpful. And
None of I had 1 spell for combat prepared,
I had none.
One.
and it didn't succeed.
Sort of did.
5 points of damage for a level 2 spell.
Gave him a bit of a headache.
It's a cool spell if you can get it to work.
Yeah, that's really rough. I gotta watch out
Yeah.
for that.
I appreciated you going around and asking everyone questions. I was like, this is what we should have done last time.
We learn a lot about each other. You just happily giving information to, yes, I will tell you if you tell me.
Yeah.
I am a secret keeper.
I trust
Is that a
everyone,
title?
so.
So you're gonna go see the Free League next time.
Okay.
Mhm.
The goal.
Free,
the idea.
free.
Actually, never mind. I was just thinking.
Pretty rad. You should join my faction.
Are you recruiting now? Are you also a recruiter as
She
well as a
will
secret
not
keeper?
be recruiting anybody because the Free League's all about not believing in factions.
Good stuff. All right. Well, thank you all for joining us. We plan on playing every third Monday. So
Okay.
Unless that doesn't work.
unless that doesn't work, I'm hoping it does. I think it's fairly ideal for me.
Unfortunately,
Y'all are okay
at the
with-
table, it is not.
Fairly frequently not having us here.
Well, I just have a lot of campaigns.
I'm sorry, I completely misinterpreted what you said.
We can probably figure something
Well,
out.
okay, but like earlier you said every 3 weeks, and I said, oh, you said every third Monday, and then
So you thought the same thing I did.
yeah,
every
and then
third
you just
Monday
said
of
every
the
third
month.
Monday.
Yeah. That,
Yeah, so
every third Monday.
he literally means not of the
1,
month,
2, 3.
every
That's
third
it.
Monday
1, 2, 3. That's
in
it.
general. I thought what you we thought what you
Yeah.
thought,
If we need to make it the third Monday of every month, we can.
but then we get to meet.
Because I don't care what Monday it is, but yeah, I basically
Just
did
meet
it
every
so
Monday.
it wasn't every other week. No,
Not every
hell
Monday.
No. I don't want to do every other week.
I
Every,
mean, that still puts us about once a month if we do
Yeah,
every 3 weeks.
Every third Monday.
it's a little
would
bit
be.
more. It's like,
1.5.
Yeah.
occasionally.
17 sessions
Yeah.
in a year.
And with the other, it's 12. So it's,
About 1.5 times a month.
well,
Well, if
Doesn't
people want to
work,
pay me to
doesn't
do it, I'll do it more. So support me
I feel
in
that.
various ways, and we'll do it all the time.
Brings chips
I mean,
every
I'm totally
session.
willing.
I appreciate chips.
There you go.
Chips don't pay the bills. So. But yes,
on a social picture. And then maybe.
Then maybe.
yeah. Thanks again for joining us. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. Follow, subscribe, and like, and all that. I'm not even sure where
I
all
got a
posting
thing.
this. You do. Hold on to that.
I'm
You
sure.
can give it to me.
No. Not unless you really need it.
Well, you all did pretty great in character. I got to learn a lot about you, so I meant to dish out more, but I tend to forget.
Me? I was asleep
Yay.
for all of it.
I
But
feel
you're
like
mysterious.
I feel
Yeah.
like I know what moment got me this. Maybe.
No, there were a couple.
When you
There was a couple.
when you squashed a man so you could put your foot up in the air. And
I didn't-
as a Captain
I
Morgan
didn't put
stance.
my foot on him. I put it on the back of his chair.
The fact that it was the same guy delighted me.
That was pretty funny.
Already down 3 spell slots and tired.
I didn't lose
Would
any
you
spells.
like
I
us
am-
to casting him?
Also, really glad about that message I sent you before, because I was sitting there thinking about it while they were like doing their thing while everyone was asleep.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that message I sent you before about what I was doing.
Oh yeah.
I'm mysterious.
Yeah, that was a good idea.
What's up?
Say it aloud, please. Thanks.
Well,
Stop talking in script.
Good job, everyone.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Good night.